everyone, and welcome to the Room of Requirement. My name is Megan, and I have over 25 years of occult and esoteric study and practice. And today I'm going to be talking about something really important, authenticity on your spiritual journey. I'm also going to be talking about spiritual bypassing. So these are a couple of subjects that don't really get talked about, especially in the New Age community. And I think they're really important to understand if you're on your spiritual journey, and to be able to recognize when you're not living in your authenticity, you're not having true soul expression of your soul. And I just think that once you get a little bit further along on your path, you start to understand these concepts on a deeper level, and I feel that they're super important. So this is what I'm going to be talking about today. Okay, so embodiment of the true soul, living authentically and avoiding spiritual bypassing. So I've created a couple of videos before this, embodiment of the soul and how to integrate expanded awareness. So this video also ties into the last two that I posted. So if you guys want to go back and check those out, this one is going to be kind of like an amplification or an addition to those two videos. Okay, so embodiment of the true soul is a profound spiritual journey that involves aligning oneself with the deepest, most authentic aspects of one's being. This path requires introspection, courage, and commitment to living a life that reflects one's true self. Alongside this journey, it is essential to understand and avoid spiritual bypassing, which can hinder genuine growth and authenticity. So, living authentically in your true self, this is a really hard thing to do in a spiritual community and just in life in general. We are always making ourselves small. We are always changing ourselves. We are always not speaking up. We aren't expressing our true soul essence most of the time with our family, our friends, at work, all of these things. And once you start to do this, the whole world opens up for you and you feel this burden just kind of lifted off of you. So if you are feeling like you're being restricted in any way because you are not allowed and you are limited from expressing your true soul's freedom, this is going to give you some insight. Okay. So understanding the true soul. The true soul is often described as the core essence of an individual, unattained by societal expectations, fears, or ego-driven desires. It is the part of us that resonates with truth, love, and harmony. Embodying the true soul means to live in accordance with one's essence, making choices that reflect our deepest values and our purpose. So living authentically can also help you find your life purpose. If you are struggling to find out exactly what it is that you're supposed to do, if you start living authentically and expressing yourself authentically and you're being honest with yourself and others, your true purpose will start to manifest as you walk this path. It's like when you're directionless, you're lost, you don't know exactly what you want to do. If you will start expressing yourself in an authentic way, with no limitations, then that path becomes very clear for you. So recognizing the true self. The first step towards embodying the true soul is recognizing and connecting with the true self. This requires deep reflection and a willingness to strip away layers of conditioning that obscure our genuine nature. Practices such as meditation, journaling, and mindful self-inquiry can aid in this process, helping us to distinguish between our authentic desires and those imposed upon us by external influences. So that's what I was touching on. Living authentically. Living authentically involves expressing oneself in ways that are true to one's inner nature. So what are your skills? What are you good at? What are you passionate about? What lights you up? What things that you do that other people notice that make you glow, or that inspire others when you're around them? What lights your frequency up? What puts you at that highest possible frequency so that you can start to affect other people and inspire them to grow and learn? Though that's your key. Those are things that are going to help you step into your authentic self. So it means speaking and acting in alignment with our values, passions, and beliefs, regardless of external pressures or the fear of judgment. That's a big one. You have to release the fear of judgment as well as the judgment of others and see each other as just embodiments of the divine spark and with unconditional love. And that's a very hard thing to do in our society because we're taught from a very young age not to do that. Okay. So, to live authentically, we must cultivate self awareness and integrity, consistently checking in with ourselves to ensure that our actions reflect our true intentions. Spiritual authenticity. From an esoteric perspective, spiritual authenticity revolves around the pursuit of direct, experiential knowledge of reality rather than relying on external authority or dogma. It emphasizes the individual's journey of self-discovery and the development of intuition and inner wisdom to connect with our higher reality. Authenticity in esoteric traditions means being true to one's own inner truth and aligning with one's unique spiritual path, rather than adhering to prescribed beliefs or practices. So if there's things that you don't believe in, but you're acting like you believe in it or tolerating it, that's, and I don't mean this in a negative way, putting other people down or in judgment, okay? Speak your truth. If you believe something or if you know something that is true for you in particular, don't hide yourself or make yourself small or avoid debates or even confrontations. And I don't mean this in a negative way. This can be done in a healthy way. But this is what I'm getting at here. Key elements of esoteric views and spiritual authenticity. So, direct experience. Esoteric traditions often emphasize direct experience and intuitive knowledge as the primary source of spiritual truth, rather than relying solely on religious texts or teachings. So, this is standing in your own authority. On your path, you learn from tons of different people, tons of different spiritual teachers. There's plenty of them out there. What I mean is, you don't have to listen to everything they say verbatim. You can make your own choices. Solely relying on other people to give you all of the answers is only going to give you disservice. It has to come from within you. Okay. So, inner exploration. Authentic spirituality from an esoteric viewpoint is a journey of self-discovery and inward exploration to understand one's true nature and purpose. So, if, say, you're on an esoteric path, you're studying the ancient teachings, it's like everything that we study nowadays, it's so far away from its originality that there are many, 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 many distortions. And so it's really hard to grasp what the truth is. All of these things that we do study on advanced levels, there is a lot of truth to them, but there's also a lot of distortions to them. So that's where your intuition and your inner compass and your inner guiding is going to come into play here. And that is standing in your true authenticity. Personal responsibility. Individuals are seen as responsible for their own spiritual growth and development rather than passively receiving knowledge from external sources. Okay, so that's what I was talking about. Discerning for yourself when you're learning things from external sources. Key elements of esoteric views on authenticity. The true self. Esoteric views often emphasize the importance of aligning with one's true self and expressing it authentically in all aspects of life, regardless of external expectations. Alignment with cosmic principles. Authentic spirituality in some esoteric traditions involves aligning with universal principles and the divine will, becoming a conduit for higher purpose. Beyond dogma. Esoteric traditions often seek to move beyond rigid doctrines and embrace a more fluid and personal understanding of spirituality. Inner wisdom. The development of inner wisdom and intuition is seen as crucial for discerning authentic spiritual experiences or rejecting illusions. Universal service. Authenticity is not only about being true to oneself, but also about contributing to the collective elevation of consciousness and guiding others towards their own path, not forcing them to believe what you believe, because this is going to change repeatedly over time. I just went through this. So you're going to reach milestones on your path where you think you got something figured out, and then something new will come along and it'll completely change your foundation. So be completely open to new perspectives. Don't believe every single thing that you hear. Just know that when it feels right for you and it becomes instead of a belief, it becomes more of a knowing. And that's where your intuition is going to tell you, okay, this is right for me individually. Freedom from control. Esoteric views often aim to liberate individuals from external control and empower them to make their own authentic choices. Embracing individuality. Authentic spirituality reflects and celebrates the unique individuality of each person's spiritual path. Signs of spiritual bypassing. Spiritual bypassing is a way of hiding behind spirituality or spiritual practices. It prevents people from acknowledging what they are feeling and distances them from both themselves and others. Some examples of spiritual bypassing include avoiding feelings of anger, believing in your own spiritual superiority as a way to hide from insecurities, believing that traumatic events must serve as a, quote, learning experience, or that there is a silver lining behind every negative experience, believing that spiritual practices such as meditation or prayer are always positive, extremely high, often unattainable idealism, feelings of detachment, focusing only on spirituality and ignoring the present, only focusing on the positive or being overly optimistic, projecting your own negative feelings onto others, pretending that things are fine when they're clearly not, thinking that people can overcome their problems through positive thinking, thinking that you must, quote, rise above your emotions, using defense mechanisms such as denial or repression. So I have some other videos on this. If you guys want to just scroll through my channel, there's some other videos on this, on how to deflect some of this and how to deal with some of these things in a healthy way that isn't spiritual bypassing. Okay, so avoiding spiritual bypassing, practical steps to embody the true soul. Mindfulness and presence. Practicing mindfulness and staying present helps us connect with our true soul. By being fully aware of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, we can make choices that reflect our authentic self rather than reacting from conditioned patterns. Authentic expression. Encourage authentic expression in everyday life. Speak your truth. Pursue passions that resonate with your soul, and engage in activities that align with your values. This creates a life that reflects your own true essence. Regular self-reflection. Engage in regular self-reflection to evaluate whether your actions and decisions align with your true self. Journaling, meditation, and introspective practices can help maintain this alignment. And I really want to say this, and I want to be clear. In expressing your true self, this doesn't mean at the expense of others. Okay, this doesn't mean be a jerk to someone else because you disagree with them, or because your true freedom is to act and display negative behaviors. This is not what I'm getting at. This is more of a personal journey, a personal thing that is within you. I just wanted to make that very clear. Embracing vulnerability. Embracing vulnerability is key to authentic living, allowing yourself to be seen and heard in your true form, accepting imperfections and embracing growth. Vulnerability fosters deeper connections with others and enhanced self-acceptance. Seeking support from mentors, spiritual guides, therapists, or trusted friends who can provide insight and encouragement on your journey. Having a support system can help you navigate challenges and stay true to your path. Releasing fear and stepping into your full power and authenticity. Fear is the number one way to control your soul. The powers that be know that. It's everywhere. You can see it. If you have the eyes to see, you can see it. That is one way to control the souls, because you cannot have true freedom of expression without a limitation, and fear is a limitation. So just be mindful of stepping out of fear. Find ways to step out of fear. So fear can be a significant barrier to embodying the true soul and living authentically. Releasing fear involves recognizing its sources and understanding how it limits us. Engage in practices that help you confront and overcome your fear, such as breathwork, visualization, and affirmations. And it's just a knowing. One of these days you're going to get sick and tired of being sick and tired of being afraid all the time. And like one day it's just going to click. And no one can teach you this. It has to come from experience, okay? Stepping into your full power and sovereignty means embracing your inherent worth and capabilities. It involves making decisions that honor your true self and taking actions that affirm your autonomy and strength. Cultivate self-compassion and confidence as you navigate challenges, and remember that your true soul is resilient and powerful. This is huge. You are more powerful than you can ever imagine. Okay? Recognizing when you're stepping out of authenticity. It is essential to recognize when you're stepping out of authenticity to correct your path. Here are some tips. Notice discomfort. Pay attention to feelings of discomfort, unease, or disconnect. These feelings often signal that you are not living in alignment with your true self. Check your motivations. Evaluate whether your actions are driven by external validation or fear of judgment rather than genuine desire or values. Seek feedback. Ask trusted friends or mentors for honest feedback about your actions and decisions. They can provide an outside perspective on whether you are living authentically. And this is just like a temporary thing until you figure it out yourself. Okay? So when we're first starting to do this, we might have blinders on and we can't fully see it. So it's good to ask others for feedback. But once you get past that point, you will know automatically through your expanded awareness whether or not you're doing this, especially through introspection and self-reflection. Reflect regularly. Make time for regular self-reflection to assess whether your life choices align with your true intentions and values. Correcting your path involves acknowledging when you have strayed and making conscious efforts to realign with your true self. This might include setting new boundaries, and this is all different kinds of boundaries, physical, emotional, all of those, making different choices, or seeking support to help you stay on track. Steps and routines to reduce fear of judgment and embrace your full power. Reducing fear or judgment and embracing your full power involves cultivating self-awareness, confidence, and resilience. Here are some steps and routines to help. Daily affirmations. Use positive affirmations daily to reinforce your self-worth and capabilities. And remember, when you're doing your affirmations, you have to feel them. It's not just lip service, talking about it on a mental level. You have to feel these things, okay? They can help rewire your mindset and reduce fear of judgment. Mindful meditation. Practice mindful meditation to stay present and grounded. This can help you detach from negative thoughts and external validation. This can also help you go within, and you can use your meditation practice to really figure out what authenticity means to you and contemplate on different things that you may be doing that is getting you out of your full authenticity. Challenge negative beliefs. Identify and challenge negative beliefs about yourself. Replace them with empowering thoughts that affirm your strengths and abilities. Set boundaries. Establish and maintain boundaries that protect your well-being and authenticity. This includes saying no to situations or people that do not align with your true self. A lot of people have trouble doing this because they are afraid of rejection and abandonment. You need to learn how to kind of step out of that. No means no, and you are actually protecting your peace. You cannot be there for others if you're not there for yourself first, okay? So face fears gradually. Gradually face your fears by taking small steps outside of your comfort zone. This can help build resilience and confidence over time. Engage in empowering activities. Participate in activities that empower you and align with your passions. This can boost your confidence and reinforce your sense of self. Seeking help. If fear of judgment, If fear of judgment or challenging life situations become overwhelming, seek support from therapists, counselors, or spiritual mentors who can provide guidance and tools to cope. By incorporating these steps and routines into your daily life, you can reduce fear of judgment, embrace your full power, and live authentically without being constrained by external opinions or fears, okay? Seeking help is a temporary thing, but there's nothing wrong with doing that as you're first getting started. In conclusion, embodiment of the true soul and living authentically are profound and rewarding endeavors. By recognizing and connecting with your true self, embracing vulnerability, releasing fear, and avoiding spiritual bypassing, we can create a life that reflects our deepest values and purpose. This journey requires courage, self-awareness, and a commitment to ongoing growth. But the rewards are a life of genuine fulfillment and spiritual integrity. So again, this is all I have for you guys. I hope this really helps you to understand how important it is to live authentically and express yourself and step into forms of love and unconditional love and out of fear. This is so important right now as we are going through the big shift, and not falling back into old negative patterns of self-doubt and low confidence and all of these things. I know this is easier said than done, but I cannot stress enough how important this is right now. Once you start to implement it, you're going to see small wins, which will lead to bigger wins that will compound. So, okay, guys, so hopefully this helps you. Please drop comments below. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. I'm on a mission to reach as many people as possible. So many people are waking up. So many people are trying to find their way and figure all this out. And this is super important. So I would really, really, really appreciate if you would share this with people that you think would need it, people that are lost, people that are suffering. Again, I am a teacher and a mentor. All of my links are in my bio, or you can email me. You can find that in the description. If you don't want to speak publicly in the comments, you can email me. I'm here to help. And until I see you guys next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.